Yo, photography sucks. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cameron John here. So the past couple of days, I had like a slight revelation, and not necessarily anything bad, but a realization of how you end up in different seasons and how it basically affects your mentality, right? I've been doing photography for 5 years. And last year, I think I had said that in another video, last year was like the first time that I started doing ads, basically, right? And I started really like pushing the business solely by itself, with no agencies, with no, like nothing to fall on. And it's been great. And one thing I realized that happened this year that obviously I wasn't aware of last year in the realm of food photography is seasons, right? And how basically different seasons affect how much clients you get and how much work you usually get, right? Winter seasons, as a wedding photographer, it makes sense that January is slow. So you kind of anticipate as a wedding photographer, like, okay, you're trying to make sure you save up all your coins, because come January, February, March, that's when the slow season kicks in, right? But I kind of had like a ignorant moment kind of in the realm of food photography, and kind of almost, I guess, transcended the aspect that there becomes slow seasons in this realm. And I'm just like, okay, so how do I pivot in this realm, right? Because it's just like I'm so used to all last year was just going crazy, and then boom, come the end of the year, come January, things start to slow down. And it's like, in a sense, it's like the dumbest thing ever, but it's like it plays with your mental health, right? You're like, oh man, maybe I'm doing something wrong. You start to question yourself. You start to question your skills. You're like, oh, maybe I'm not that good. And it's just like, wait, hold on. Like, that there are different seasons for certain things. And obviously there comes a time of preparation, because things may slow down for a little bit. It doesn't mean that you're trash. It doesn't mean you're not good. It doesn't mean that you lost clients. It doesn't mean that people don't think you're good. It's literally just you have periods of times where there are times to slow down. And this is one of those moments. And not saying it caught me off guard, because obviously you always got to make sure you have money and everything saved up. But it did catch me off guard in terms of, my expectations that I had from last year. Last year, in the beginning of the year, I was a contractor at a sneaker company. So I kind of had like a kind of buffer a little bit. And like I said, come March, when they let me go, that's when I just jumped into the ocean freely. And I'm just like, I'm just going to go hard with this and pay for ads. And like I said, I did that consistently. The only thing is I didn't have data from last year at this point in time that things would get slow. So I kind of just went into things almost like the same way I was, especially during the summertime, where everybody's trying to get photography for summer. They're trying to promote new products, promote their restaurant. I didn't necessarily think about that, right? And it just led me to think about the fact that as a business owner, how you basically have to be prepared for changes, and you have to learn to adapt. And sometimes we forget how to adapt, and in that, it kind of leaves us in a place where we start to question ourselves. And it's just like, there's no need to really question yourself. It's just more of a matter of being prepared. You know what I'm saying? Being more prepared and being in the space to be like, okay, you know what? Now that I know this, right? Now that I have this information, I know how to maneuver next year, where I'm like, okay, cool. This is a slow season. I'm going to make sure that either A, you lock in more retainer clients. B, you make sure that you save a little bit extra money, you know what I'm saying? And then you embrace that period that you're in. Like right now, the good thing about this season right now, with it being a little slower than usual, is the fact that it actually gives me a little bit more of a chance to record and do more content and stuff like that, because during those busy seasons, I really did not have as much time to really sit down and think through ideas and actually record and just try to build up my YouTube and stuff like that, because I've been meaning to do that for a while. And I was just like, you know what? I got to embrace that. I was having a conversation with my wife, and then yesterday I was shooting at Mango Bay, and I seen some of my old friends, not old friends, we're still friends, but to see like my boy Austin and stuff like that, who's a DJ, him DJing in the space, and me being a photographer for that restaurant. My friend Kamai was there, Banksy, Doro, all these people, a whole bunch of people that I knew. But for all of us to basically be in that space was kind of like a reminder that it's just like, hey man, listen, there's definitely different seasons, and like I said, for just me and Khalil, me and Austin especially, to be in the same space, just lets you know like everything comes full circle, and there's literally a time and a place for everything. There's a time and place for things to be, just going straight up. There's a time and place to slow down and figure things out. And I know, in the Bible, Solomon speaks about that. There's a time and place for everything. And I think this was just like a moment where I was kind of reminded of that, where it's just like, listen, you got to embrace the moments where things are slow. Like, don't start having panic attacks and heart attacks and start second guessing yourself. Every business has a slow season. You know what I'm saying? I think that was just a realization that I came to like this past weekend, where I was just kind of like in my feelings a little bit and kind of having like a panic attack. And I'm just like, whoa, like maybe I'm just not that good, But I think part of it for me also, I'm about to have another kid, so. Certain stuff like the devil tries to just get in your head a little bit and try to like make it seem like, oh yeah, like you're not that great, you know what I'm saying, or you're gonna fail, and it's just sometimes it's like you're better than that, you're better than that, and you can't let your emotions get the best of you. So, I just wanted to jump in here and kind of like just drop that before we jump into this bigger video. But, just like in my head, I was just like, damn, photography sucks. Maybe it's time to pivot into something else. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over here talking to myself like, yeah, you're bugging. You know what I'm saying? But again, the real purpose of this video is just keep it short, is just you got to embrace the changes. You got to embrace the seasons. You got to learn to adapt. And take the slow seasons for what it is, and take the high seasons for what it is, because that's just a part of the journey. Life is not a straight upward trajectory. It's also not a straight downward trajectory, especially if you know what you're doing. So, yeah, guys, I hope this resonated with some of y'all. Just something quick. Just kind of wanted to come out here and get in a quick little rant, say my feelings out as a photographer. But, yeah, guys, it's lit. If you like it now, you'll love it later. Peace.